I believe as humans, we were put on this earth for a specific and unique purpose. In our quest to find true happiness, yes, the only way to find happiness is to fulfill your purpose on earth. You come across what may seem as challenges or roadblocks, but actually are little packets of lessons that equip us on our journey of life. This is a tale of my experience as a filmmaker yet. I love for listening and sharing people's stories. We don't have to go through our own experiences to, learn lessons from life. Coming up, whenever I read a book or came across a piece of information I thought was useful, I always find myself sharing those information with my friends. So I guess what got me into filmmaking was my love for sharing stories, and that's coupled with the fact that I also have a big passion for technology. It was now a question of finding a way to merge these two together. And I believe personally there's a lot of power in storytelling, and there's a lot of power in the experiences people go through. I've learned a lot, and I've been inspired largely by people's stories and how they've been able to overcome certain experiences in their life. So, as a young filmmaker starting out, I do most of my learning online. Everything I know as a filmmaker is self-taught. I learned every skill set and everything I need to know in photography and videography through the internet and short courses. I didn't have anybody physically serve as an example or as a mentor for me to look up to learn. So my passion for the whole thing was through the internet, was through YouTube. So I studied a lot of short courses, watched a lot of tutorials on filmmaking and editing and all the various aspects of the field online. So basically everything I know about filmmaking, about photography is self-taught. And one of the people who have impacted me the most, or who have inspired me the most to push on as a filmmaker is Nicholas Crystal. He's an amazing guy who is doing amazing things every single day. So one of the most difficult things for me starting out as a young filmmaker in Ghana is the cost of gear. It costs a lot. Cameras cost, lights cost, all these simple fundamental things you need as an entry-level filmmaker are very costly in this part of our world we live in. And the fact that these equipment and this gear isn't easily accessible also makes the situation even more difficult. And for me, sometimes starting out I had to go through a couple of softwares before I actually settled on one, and I'm still learning how to use that one. And even with that one, it's difficult because of how our system is structured in this part of the world. Actually buy and purchase the full versions of these softwares and use them. There's this trend in this part of the world that right now the trend is in the favor of funny videos and funny skits. So whenever you try to create creative content, and you try to leverage the power of your creative freedom, it doesn't happen. Sometimes starting out as a filmmaker is difficult to wake up every day and have the desire to pick up your camera and shoot something or try and create something meaningful. But throughout all this, I wouldn't say it's been a smooth ride, it's been a roller coaster, but throughout all of this, what keeps me going the most is my love for technology and my passion to still share stories and impact people with stories, my own personal stories, other people's stories, and their experiences. And without this, I'll feel empty because it's my passion, and without it, I'm going to feel empty. So it's that hunger and that desire for fulfillment that keeps me going. So actually, there's a story behind this. When I started my YouTube career fresh, one of the first videos I posted on my channel was this video with me sitting on the bed with green curtains behind me, explaining what my channel was going to be about, basically. So after a week or so, it took me a very long time to edit that video because I was new to the editing software and all that. But after a week of editing about a 3 minute long video, I finally got the vim and vigor to put the video out there on YouTube and make it public. So I share these videos link on my working platform, WhatsApp platform, and with the intention of getting views. So I was hungry and I was eager for views. So the following day I got to work and I had a lot of people come to me and ask me, what's the video about? You saw a video of you sitting on your bed and saying a lot of things. So I was wondering, because for me, the work and the effort I put into creating that video, I thought the moment I put that video out there, automatically people are just going to connect with it and vibe with what I was trying to say. But the point I guess I'm trying to make is you are going to get good feedbacks, you're going to get bad feedbacks. It's part of the journey as a filmmaker. But one of the most important things is that the moment you create content genuinely and you create valuable content, even if it's just one viewer, somebody is going to connect with it, and that for me is what I need to keep going. Success is a funny thing because everybody has their own way of defining success, and success means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But to me, I consider myself a successful filmmaker when my stories and experiences I share via my films and my photographs, are able to impact people. When I get that single comment under my YouTube video saying, "Oh, your video has helped me in a very positive way," or the content you put out there is very meaningful, I can relate to it in a good way. For me, that's success. As little as it may seem, that's success to me, because that's the whole point of filmmaking, and that's the whole point of my journey as a filmmaker, to impact people.